Hi everyone, this is me. No clickbait to the title. I'm going to tell you the answer right now. What every YouTuber says about a 7-day fast, that's a doctor or anything, they say, oh, you're going to have all this energy after day 3. You're going to not think about food. You're going to turn into this wonderful creature that has transcended time. That's not true. If you are somebody who eats unhealthy like me, who their fat stores have been McDonald's, Wendy's, Chipotle, you are not going to not think about food. When your fat burns, it's not getting the nutrients it needs like somebody who would eat healthy does. So the main thing to consider here is you are going to have an easier time if you have a history of eating healthier versus if you have a history of not eating healthier like me. I'm going to go over a couple of things and just make it really quick. If you're curious about the stats of this experiment, the reason I did it was I was just so tired of being reliant on food every 2 hours. It would affect my mood. It would affect my relationships with others. It would make me tired. It would make me groggy. And my doctor even recommended it for a couple of the things that medically they were seeing. So I'm going to go over the positives, negatives, the refeeding process, and I'm going to drink in front of you. I'm officially breaking my fast as of now. The wonderful chicken broth, that bone broth that I never would eat, but I heard in this cycle that that your taste buds change and maybe I'll love everything green. So let's see if that experiment works real time. So to start, when I started this experiment, I was 197.5 pounds. I was 25.9% body, or sorry, I was 25.1% body fat. 23% is kind of where at the max you want to be before you're considered on, too much body fat. My BMI was 25.36. Your BMI should be below 25. I know BMI is a little bit, of a weird reference, but I was overweight. Not too bad, but I was overweight. And where I ended in just 7 days was 181.3 pounds. So I lost, I lost about 16 pounds, 16.5, in just 7 days. So about 2.5 pounds a week. My body fat went from 25 to 20.5%. Now I think that's a little irregular. Typically you would see about 3% loss in a 7-day fast, but I don't know, whatever reason that was the case. And my BMI changed to 23.26, so I lost about 2 points of BMI total. And I'm in the healthy category. I want to be about 170 pounds, 171. That's where my body feels the healthiest. And that's about right around average for the healthy range, not too under, not too over. So the positives of a 7-day fast that are true, because I saw a lot of untrue things when I was researching this. You do get more focus, absolutely more focused. You get really, really productive on singular tasks. So at a grocery store, I might be overwhelmed, but instead I'm thinking one thing at a time, and I'm really focusing in on it and accomplishing tasks one at a time. It's very, very good if you're somebody who suffers from kind of ADHD, stimulation, dopamine. It's really good for you. The biggest thing was I woke up early and easy, no grogginess for the first time ever in my life. So waking up was probably the best experience of this whole thing. Obviously the loss of body fat and weight, and I'm hoping that produces more energy after this fast is over. I was very productive because I never wanted to think about food, so I did the counters in the house. Got like some good stores in the house. I haven't done the dishes yet, but set up these things on the rack. I did little projects. I did chores. I did anything to distract myself off of food. I was very overproductive at work. I trained my insulin resistance not to have to eat every 2 hours, so knowing that I can do this, I know that in the future I don't need to eat every 2 hours, and I don't need to be angry at other people for not eating every 2 hours. I think my body looks healthier. There's some before and after pictures. No aches and pains that I normally have. I usually have breathing problems, and I only had one instance of a breathing problem, but I've been having kind of breathing problems. So that's really, really went down. My gut feels so healthy. I kind of have IBS, so when I eat things or do things, my gut just feels amazing. Best I've ever had my gut feel since maybe before 18. I was able to easily work out 3 days. I did 20-minute bike rides, so that surprised me. I didn't think that was going to happen in the first 2 days, and they felt good. And weirdly, there's less body and foot odor. So usually, like, I have pretty stinky feet, and like all my odor was pretty downgraded. So I like that a lot. The negatives, and autophagy for the positives was also really good. I think it's really attacking the cancerous cells in my body, so I'm appreciative of that. All right, the negatives. They lied. They absolutely lied to you when they said you wouldn't feel hunger for 3 days. Every single day of this, I felt hunger. Day 3 was probably my best day. It's when I got over the initial terrible hunger of the first 2 days. Those were definitely the worst because you're so used to eating every 2 hours. But I was always thinking about food. It never went away. And it got a little easier, days 4 through 7, but not too bad. Not too much. I am still always thinking about food right now as we're doing this video. My energy levels during it were not higher than normal, like everybody said they would be. They weren't less necessarily, though. Just my focus got majorly improved, so just keep that in mind. The fact that all you can think about is food might ruin your quality of life for the week. Depends on how hard you take it. Everybody's different. I had really bad breath going into ketosis, so I don't know. I had really low odor in my extremities, but really, really bad breath going into ketosis. And you can get headaches if you don't drink salt. So I drank salt water, which was great. I had about once per pill just to get me some extra electrolytes, and then I took magnesium and potassium pills. Those are the three key ingredients that will make sure that you're pretty healthy through this whole thing is potassium, magnesium, and salt. So make sure you're getting your daily value of that if you ever do it. Now the refeeding process. Now that's over, and I'm going to drink this broth in front of you, and I'm super excited because I heated it up in the microwave, and I would never do it. I've never liked this normally, but it just smells like the most amazing thing after 7 days. So keep in mind with refeeding, you can fast up to 42 days. There's fasting plans out there. The world record holder was 132 days. So it's kind of crazy how long we can fast and really not need food, which makes sense. During the caveman days when we didn't know when our next meal was coming from. And it really makes me appreciate how much we have access to food. Because I actually think we have more access to food than we probably should need in our body. So it does make me appreciate to kind of settle down just how much food is impacting my body. But the real danger of fasting, and this is where the real danger comes in, is feeding yourself off of a fast. Because if you go in straight with meat and you're like, oh, I'm craving a pizza and meat and all this stuff, your body isn't used to digesting after 7 days, and so that's how you will die. So for my course meal over the next 24 hours, because my fast really isn't over because I'm eating really low calorie stuff to get myself back into the process. So I've got another day, 2 days of this. So course number 1, what I'm about to showcase, bone broth. Yay, I would love that normally. So we'll see if I actually like it. Course number 2, sauerkraut. It's great to replace your body with. Since it got rid of all the bad bacteria and everything else in your body, I'm going to replace it with good things. And everyone's been giving me super positive things about sauerkraut. I don't think so. Course 3, my dessert. And I haven't even heard of this before, but kefir. That sounds like some type of slur, and I don't like it. Everyone is telling me that's the worst thing in the world, so we'll see. Avocado. Maybe the dopamine will make me love these things after this. And then my course 4 will be egg with no cheese. And then I'll kind of go into more sugary things like bananas. And then hopefully do meat. I'm going to celebrate at the movies after this refeeding is over to reward myself with popcorn. All I can think about is buttered popcorn. So I'm very, very excited about it. This is what's been in it the entire time of my fasting period. And sometimes I just smelt Pop-Tarts to make myself feel. Yeah, and then So I'm 181 right now. I'll probably stabilize with refeeding myself because it's still really low calories. I won't lose anything, but I won't gain anything because my body's still going to be eating my fat. And then probably with refeeding, I'll go up to like 184, 183. I'm hoping that I don't go past 185, but I'm being realistic. So we'll see what happens there. I'll try not to binge eat as kind of a recovery process. That's my work's not over. And then I just want to say thank you to all my friends that don't want to hear me talk about fasting anymore, because they were the ones who got me through this and being able to send messages and things like that. So thank you for getting me through this, distracting me. And my body long term will thank you for it. You did a great service. So thank you so much. And with that being said, here's this wonderful bone broth. I smelt this the day before my fast and I hated it. And I'm smelling it now and it smells so good. I won't even like it. But I really hope I like it. So you're going to see real time if my taste buds change because the dopamine effect on a 7-day fast. Let's see. I kind of like it. Oh, wow. Whoa. 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 Oh, wow. Oh, man, I feel good. Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff. No. That's good stuff. So, yeah. So, man, sorry. That was 7 days of just waiting. All right, so if you think I'm looking healthier, if you have any advice for me, please let me know. But yeah, I'm hoping long term this does great things for me. And I'll probably, they say fasting once a year. There's a couple studies that show this. Fasting 7 days once a year lowers your risk of cancer by 73% before the age of 80. They did a huge sample size on this because it does eat up the cancerous cells in your body. There's still a little nuance with some of the studies of exactly how much it helps you, but universally it does help you. So just keep it in mind if you ever do it, and be realistic about it. Go into it thinking you're going to be thinking about food every day. Just don't let people lie to you. And then if you don't, maybe your body's different. So with that, hope you take care, and thanks for listening.